The Adventures of Roof Goat. Faster than molasses going uphill in January. More powerful smelling than yesterday's fart. Able to leap tall roofs by way of a good swift kick in the ass. Look up on the roof. It's a dog. It's a cat. No, it's Roof Goat. Now for another exciting adventure of the Roof Goat.
Everyone, how you doing today? Well, today's the day that I'm going to start roll roofing the old portion of the shed. And physically impossible to carry that thing up a ladder in one hand. I bought 5 gallons Roofer's Choice cement. My local hardware gave me a real good deal on this, $35. So I figured I'd work it, get it, pick it up and put it on the ladder, and then when I get up on the roof, I'll just carry it up there. I'm going to start on this portion here, this lower portion, and go up. Now, there's a few things I have to do first before I do that. I have to go up there and take a length measurement and add an inch on each end like I did on that portion there. And then I got to scrape off that, what do they call that, that fungus, that moss that's growing up there. I got to scrape it off, sweep it off, get as much sand as I can off of the old stuff before I can even start laying it. Okay, I got the stuff up here. What I got to do is I got to scrape all this crap off. Probably try a hoe or something and try to get it off that way. And we'll lay the first run on here. And it's going to be hard spreading that roof and cement on here because it's a rough surface. Now you can see years ago how I did it. I used these metal things and tarred over them to hold the edges down. But I'm going to try to see if I can just depend on the cement to hold it down. And just weight it down with the 2x4s like I did over here. And maybe that'll be enough. Let's take a look over here. See how this is doing. Now there's no tar right immediately under here. But I got some roofing cement in the tube and I'm going to shoot some in there. We'll leave this the way it is right now. It's smooth. That's just shadows from the tree branches here. Okay. The length of this roof is 13.9. So we're going to cut the roofing at exactly 14 feet. And we're about 24 or 26 here, so the roofing is 36 inches. So on the original roof I had quite a bit of overlap. We'll probably follow that same pattern. So like the little 1.5 inch, 2 inch bare spot where you overlap them, well, we'll overlap them more than that. And we'll tar it down. Now over here you can see I did a lot of tarring years ago on the peak. That seems to have held up pretty good. But that wasn't roofing cement, that was tar that I used years ago. So we're going to do the roofing cement routine here, and it's a lot harder to spread. The tar, I just used a brush. But we got to clean this crap off. I'm going to get to work on that right now. Finish sweeping that, and hopefully that's good. You can see I'm carrying the tripod and everything. You can see the shadow there. Anyways, I scraped as much as I could off of this so I can put the tar on there. That tar will kill that fungus anyways. I'm surprised this roof is in good a shape as it is, you know, considering. And there's a little crap in here and there, but what I'll do is I'll tar the. Well, I got to go down. What I'm going to do is take the roll, and because it's 14 feet, that's what I'm going to cut it to. The deck is only 12 feet, so what I'm going to do is to roll it out on the ramp section over here, all the way down the end of the ramp, and I'm going to lay some cardboard down on the ground so it doesn't get too dirty. I don't want the rolled roofing to pick up any pebbles or anything. And we'll measure out 14 feet and cut it, bring it up, and let it sit up here and let it get warmed up here before I put it down. So I'll do is I'll just lay it out here on this side and let it get warmed up while I tar this. How's that sound, eh? Well, as you can see, I've got the stuff all rolled out. Also, we got birds going in the feeder, you know? It's nice to see birds in there. I haven't filled that bird feeder up in a couple of months. They just haven't been any around. It's going to be about 65 today. It's my kind of weather, I'll tell you. I love it. Anyways, I better get my ass going here. Put my knee pads on here. And I got gloves. Yeah, the better way to do it is gloves. One of my YouTuber friends said I should wear gloves. Well, I know I should. I've got these. I can't wear rubber gloves, latex gloves. My hands sweat like hell, and I have to take them off in an hour. I used to work in a place where you had to use a lot of acetone and stuff like that. I had to use, I couldn't keep the gloves on. I just wash my hands right away after I got acetone on my fingers. I'm going to die from one thing, going to die from something else anyhow. Skinny ass legs. I'll tell you, Home Depot, I got a good deal on this roofing, as I had mentioned. But I'll tell you what, they want $62 and change for a 5-gallon bucket of Henry brand. They don't carry the Roofer's Choice in a 5-gallon, at least our Home Depot does. My local hardware store gave me a deal on this, 35 bucks. That's less than $10 a gallon. 35 bucks. Now, I just hope the hell it don't have water in it. You know, sometimes they get water, and it looks kind of wet over there. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. I had to break my back spreading that stuff by hand. Got it spread it. I also picked up from my local hardware store one of these trowels so I can go and maybe spread it a little better than using this. I use this to dig it out with. Well, I better get my ass in gear here. Anybody want to bring me a cup of coffee? I take it with skim milk and 3 Splendors medium-sized coffee. I have one rubber glove. When I messed up my finger that time, the doctor gave me some gloves, so I got one rubber glove. I'm going to use that. And then I'll go to these other gloves here, because I'm left-handed, so I'm just primarily handling the tar with my left hand. Although it gets on my right hand, too. On the roof again, the old goat is back up on the roof again. Making music out of his backside. what I gotta do is I gotta put it on there, and then I gotta roll it all the way out to make sure it's not gonna overhang or be short or whatever on the edge. Then I gotta roll it back, but I can only roll it back on the tar, but I can't go beyond that. In other words, I can't roll it down to about a foot away from the end, because I'll have all the tar on the end again. It's called experience. I haven't got experience with roofing. So you're watching an old goat roofer, and I would recommend you not to do everything the way this old goat does it, because it may not be the right way. Careful when we roll it back. Come to the tar and stop. Of course, a little wrinkle in it. I was forced to leave this laying on the ramp with the white face up. I wanted to turn it over so that it would soak up the heat from the sun, but there's no way I can flip it over without ripping it. Stuff tears very easily. Alright, now we got a good 6 inches waste there, because the way I had to cut it on the back side of the roll, and I had to estimate. Alright, we'll do this off camera. I gotta do some juggling around over here. At the far end, I'm gonna have to put a couple nails in it, because when I roll it back, it's gonna become uneven again. I'm gonna roll it back until we get to the tarred area. So I'm gonna nail the tar area, and then I'll stop and I'll roll it up back over to the point at which the tar starts showing underneath, and then I'll continue tarring and roll out as I go. Before I do any more, I'm going to let this sit up on the roof for a little bit longer, let it get warm, because I don't want any wrinkles in it. There's a possibility I could have wrinkles in it because I wasn't able to let it heat up properly, because I wasn't able to let the dark side, the tar side, face the sun. So we still can't. So it's up on the roof here. It's getting warmer as time goes on. So we'll continue with it off camera. While I'm waiting for that to get a little bit warmer, I'm going to cut another piece down there and get it ready for this next section up here. So when that's all cut and laid out there, we'll come back up and I'll finish this here. I got to roll it back, as I said, up to probably the first 2.5 feet, right in there. Tar it, roll it back. That's a lot of tar, a lot of surface area. All right, well, it's going to be close, man. It's going to be close. See, I wanted to measure it more accurately. Like I did with this, I allowed 1 inch over. But because of the way I have to roll it out here, it's very hard, and I'm so afraid of cutting it short. So I waste about 6 inches over there. Now, I got a 14-foot piece over there on the ramp, ready to go. That's going to bring me up to the peak. Now, if I don't make a big overlap like over to here, and I only make the overlap up to here, which I think I'm going to do, and tar this really good, like I did over here, although there's a big overlap right where the broom handle is. But on the peak, as you've seen, if you watch the videos in the order that I record them, you'll find that I only tarred this particular area here and did not tar in here. Well, I got 2 pieces, 14 foot, and this is what I got left right here. I just got this laying upside down. Well, this piece here will do this section. And I've got a small piece in the shed, but I don't think I'm going to have enough. I'm going to have enough to do right to the valley. Right to about here. So I'll have enough to do the valley, up to the valley. Whether I'll have enough to fill in this piece, I don't know. I'm going to start rolling this back now so that I can tar. And I'm not going to tar on video. You see me tar before. But we'll go right along, try to get this job done today. And this is a long, long job. goes that glove. No. I got the cloth ones, so we'll use them.